I want to go into it a little bit deeper because it seems like when it comes to our hair, it seems like a lot of time people have a very hard time finding great hairstylists. And I just want to break down a little bit when I say great hairstylists, what I'm talking about. Welcome to another video. Welcome to the Bajo channel. This is the home of self-care, wellness, beauty, and every and anything that'll help you to become a more empowered version of you. I wanted to go into, I think I spoke about this before on the channel, but I want to go into it a little bit deeper because it seems like when it comes to our hair, it seems like a lot of time people have a very hard time finding great hairstylists. And I just want to break down a little bit when I say great hairstylist, what I'm talking about. I'm not speaking about a great stylist in terms of if I show a person this picture, they can do it. That is, you want the person to be able to carry out the request that you have, right? But when I say a great stylist, I'm not just speaking merely of skill. It's a lot of people who are not licensed, people who doing hair in the bedrooms, in the bathroom, in the kitchen, not in the professional field, but they can do the style and they can do it very, very nice. We are creative. We start doing things and practicing things over and over again. We're going to get it. But there is so much more to being a stylist than just getting the style. You have to find a professional, someone who understands hair, who understands hair care. First and foremost, when you're looking for someone to do your hair, you are looking for someone who's into hair care. Because I'm telling you, whether they can do the style and they can lace you up really, really good, hair care is always going to come into play when you are styling your hair because our hair go through different things. And you need to have a professional who understands what you're going through, or even if they don't know exactly what to do themselves, they know who to refer you to. They know how to network you into a place where you can get the proper help, whether it's a dermatologist, whether it's back to your doctor to check certain things out that might be affecting the health of your hair. My point is, a great stylist is just not someone who can put their hands in your hair and achieve the style that you want. Even, for instance, you have certain styles. You can get the style, right? The style is beautiful, but it just might be too tight. And what happens when your hair is too tight often is going to start breaking. But the style is nice. The style is nice. Sometimes you could have a style in your hair that maybe the construction of it is not, the integrity of the construction is weak and poor. So you have the style, it looks amazing, but it may be only it lasts much less than you expected it to because the structure and the integrity is not really there. A stylist is not just someone who can put their hands in your hair and achieve what you're asking for. When you are looking for a great stylist, I put a few things here, but I'm sure it's so much more if I sit down and really, really go through it. But I'm going to give you what I wrote. One, of course, you do want that person to have skill, a certain level. Can we get to the style that I want? That is important, but that is not the most important. It's important because you don't want to pay for something and still walk outside like, what happened to my hair? No, we're not doing that. But a certain level of skill that, wow, I like this. This is nice, right? And in my experience, when you get a person who can do that, even if it's not the best, if you continue to work with that person, in my experience, they get better. They get perfect for you because you're literally training this person to be comfortable. Like they already have a certain level of skill that makes you happy, but it gets better because they become more, comfortable, and they know how to customize that style to your personality, to your lifestyle, to everything. So that's something to take into consideration. Just a skill is important. Please don't misunderstand me. Skill is important. Next, the energy and the aura that's coming from that person. You do realize when you choose a stylist, that person's going to be touching you for hours. I know we don't think about it like that, but they're touching my hair, my head, my scalp. This is me. It's still me. They're touching you for hours. Energy is transferable. I don't know what you heard. I don't know if you're at a point in life where you know that. You see that. Like, wow. When you are choosing a stylist, you want to choose a stylist who has very good, high, positive energy. Anybody who's putting their hands on me physically, I need that energy to be high energy. I need that energy to be something that is going to make me feel better when I'm done. That is something that we do not, it's not in the textbook. When you're in cosmetology school and you're going through hairstyling school, I don't know if it's in the books now, but I know when I was in school, I never had an area about hair, being a cosmetologist and understanding the energy that you transfer to your client or that your client transfer to you. That's energy moves back and forth. And so when you're looking for a great stylist, it's important to kind of, feel it. And think about energy that's so good. It doesn't take long. It does not take long to get that ooh. It sometimes almost immediate. And when I encourage you oftentimes to do a consultation, before you go sit into somebody's chair, sometimes we don't want to pay the consultation fee because it's like, oh, I'm going to pay a consultation fee. But let me tell you something. That consultation fee will save you a lot of money for so many different reasons. Sometimes you could just go to the consultation and the way the stylist is just communicating with you, you're looking at body language, you're looking at energy. You could feel it. And also, you can see what they're saying, if that even makes sense to you. You may not know everything about your hair, but certain things, it's like, no, that's not for me. Or yeah, you'll feel it right away, like this person know what they're talking about. Okay. And even the way they're conveying themselves, the way that they are, every single thing you can kind of pick up and know if I want to move forward with this person or not. Another thing that you want in a great stylist is responsiveness. You don't want to reach out to a stylist 1 week and she reach back out to you the following week. Come on. I'm not saying that when you reach out to your stylist, they have to reach out to you immediately because guess what? That's unrealistic. When they're styling your hair, just think about this. When your stylist is styling your hair, she's giving you her undivided attention and she may have another client right after. So you may not hear from your stylist during that day. Maybe not. Maybe so. But I'm saying within 24 hours, no later than 48 hours, unless they're out the country or somewhere and some emergency is happening. But they have to have a level of responsiveness. Even if it's not them per se, it's something that they have in place, whether it's a booking app, whether it is something that can confirm that, hey, I can make an appointment, can I make an appointment? And if something is not going on right with that app, the stylist will see it and they can contact you. Like a level of responsiveness. You don't want to reach out to people and they're coming back to you a week later. Like, come on. A week? That's not going to be a good relationship from the beginning. That's not good. How even your doctor. Come on. I could be done passed out in here. When it comes to finding a great stylist, a stylist that really cares, she's going to be set up in a way that she will respond to you. Her responsiveness will be swift. And when I say swift, I don't mean immediate. Nobody's immediately answering somebody. You won't even be able to get this stuff done within a day. But in my opinion, within 48 hours, easy. A lot of great stylists, they're going to definitely respond to you or have something in place that's going to be able to give you a response, like a confirmation of an appointment or something. Even if you can send them an email, a text, something. Responsiveness is so important. It is so important because anything could happen to your hair. You have emergencies going on. That stylist that's getting back to you next week, and it's always like, come on, that's not it. That's not it. And the way your stylist communicates with you, everyone have a different communication style, but she will be able to communicate with you in a way that you completely understand and you get it. You're not going to be scratching your head afterwards trying to figure out what's going on. No. You're going to be able to communicate with that person and they're going to understand you and you're going to welcome their questions. The stylist will welcome your questions. A good stylist, give me more questions. Ask more. Yes, I want to know. Because guess what? It's nothing that person have to hide. And last but not least, and I say this all the time, a great stylist will shut you down and tell you no. They will tell you no. You cannot get that, or you cannot get that now, or you may have to wait to get this. Even though they might be disappointed because they have in the client has in their mind that they're going to get this now, they're going to get that, or whatever the case may be. No, you're not. A great stylist? Nah, you're not on my watch. Because guess what? A great stylist has a certain level of understanding of the chemical composition of hair. And they know certain things that you do, certain things that you just cannot do. And guess what? Oftentimes, you don't necessarily have to be a professional to know that certain things I cannot do. A lot of us have experimented with our hair so much that we already know. I can't do that. That thing broke my hair off. A lot of us have had so many devastating experiences with the hair experiments over the year that we already know. It doesn't take a professional. Experience is the best teacher. But I would hate for everybody to have to lose their hair and damage their hair so much that that's your teacher. Listen, can't keep losing your hair over and over and over and over again. After a while, it starts growing back in a different way. It don't even grow back in the same way over so many repetitive damages. You know what I mean? You start damaging certain layers of the hair, and now it's coming back in a different way. It's not coming back as strong. It's coming back a little less, a little lackluster. So when it comes to finding a great stylist, it's more than just the skill. I promise you. I know a lot of times we're in a rush. We just need somebody to do our hair, get us outside without us looking crazy, get us on our flight, get us to our job, get us to our whatever. But it's not just about skill, because it has been many, and a lot of you guys can attest to this. You have been with great stylists in terms of skill. They know how to lay that hair out, but you don't like their energy. You don't feel good when they around you. It's just something. I'm telling you, we intuit how people energy is transferring to us. You may not be able to even articulate it, put it in words, whatever, but you feel it. How many times have people, a lot of you, had a stylist, they can do your hair so great, but they lack professionalism. They showing up late. They taking their time. They got you they got you in the salon for absorbent numbers of hours. You like, what? And over time, you don't care about the skill. You don't care about it because you're looking for other things. Because when you're getting your hairstylist, it should be an experience. The conversation should be one that uplifts you. The aura, just being around, wherever the atmosphere is, the atmosphere should be welcoming. It should make you feel like I'm in a place of beauty, and not only your hair gonna look good, but you're gonna feel good. Those are things you look for, and granted, it takes time to find it. But I promise you, if you do a consultation, you're gonna know a lot before you even experience it. And then anywhere that you're going to spend on a certain number of hours at any given point, there's energy transfer. I need to know who I'm around, what you're into, what you're doing. You got to start being mindful of these things and not just, oh, I want my hair done. I want to look pretty. And now you're looking pretty, but you're feeling a certain way and you don't even know why. You're looking pretty, but you done wasted a whole day for a style that probably take 2 hours. You done been somewhere for like 7 hours. How many times we keep going through that? Looking for a great stylist is more than just the skill that they possess to do the style that the hair. It is so much more. It is so much bigger. And I'm telling you, I've learned this over the years that I've been in cosmetology. Because, of course, when you first come into an industry or any industry, it could be real estate or whatever. I'm sure, I'm not a real estate agent. I don't sell houses. But I'm sure that being a real estate agent is not just about finding a person who can sell you a house. You are looking for a whole lot of different nuanced characteristics in that person that's going to make you feel comfortable, like I want to be with this person, whether it's your doctor, whether it is your dentist, whatever. When it comes to cosmetology, when it comes to hairstyling, it's not just about that style. I'm telling you, it is not. When I first started back in 1990, I got my license in 1990, and I was in a salon by 1990. And certain things, my skill was there. I could do it very, very well, but I lacked professionalism at the time. I lacked good communication. There's so many things I lacked, and my business and my clientele reflected that. I had to be like 18 or 19, and I was learning. But as I have learned over the past 30 years, I promise you, finding a great stylist, you got to take some, and I'm going to say these things one last time, write them down, remember them. First, you want them to be able to accomplish the style that you're asking, at least 80% of it. I mean, and when I say 80%, I'm saying it may not be, the most pristine, but it looks good. You know what I mean? I'm not telling you to accept something that doesn't look good. It looks good. It may not be the most perfect, every little, maybe the point on the side is not exactly right. But I promise you, if you continue to go to that person and everything else adds up, it's worth it because they'll get it right. I promise you. So you're looking for a person who have a certain level of skill, a good level. Let's put it like that, a good level of skill. Secondly, you're looking for somebody who have a certain energy, good energy, positive energy. You want to feel good when you leave. You don't want your hair just to be pretty, but you want to feel good. You really, really do. Third, you want them to be able to communicate with you, communicate what you need to do, what products you need to use in your hair, communicate with you in a way that you understand what they're saying. And their communication is good to the point where when they tell you something, you know that they're going to do what they're telling you that they're going to do. Great communication. Responsiveness, being able to respond. It's not going to take them 2 weeks to respond to you. It's not going to take them 2 weeks to respond to you. Professionalism, being professional all across the board, from the equipment that they use, the timing that it takes them to do your hair, the conversations that's going on around you, every single thing. They will have that. And one thing that I did not say that I want to say now, they're going to be accountable. A great stylist is going to be accountable, because here's the reality. I don't care how long you've been doing anything in your profession, hair, You could be a dentist. You could be a doctor. You could be a nurse. You could be a bus driver. It does not matter. Mistakes can happen. Conversations and miscommunications happen. There can be hiccups along the way. But a great stylist is going to be accountable. I promise you, they're going to be accountable. They're not going to get upset. They're not going to be defensive. They're going to hear you, and they're going to let you know, I will take care of that. Don't worry. I will take care of you, because guess what? They take pride in their work. That accountability comes from the pride. They have pride in what they're doing. They have pride in their work. So if anything goes wrong with that style, if anything went wrong with that appointment as a whole, they're going to be accountable, and they're going to deal with it very professionally. I promise you. You get somebody who just know how to do your hair, and you come back and you say anything, and they ain't professional, they don't have all of these attributes that I'm mentioning here, it might be a whole brawl fight. It might be, you seen this stuff online, these salons, you go in there and people fighting and like, really? Finding a great stylist is not just about the skill. It's about the overall experience. And if you're going to be sitting in anybody's chair for more than 30 minutes, no more than 5 minutes, I need to know what's going on up in here. I need to know what's this energy about in here, what type of products you're using, what's going on with the equipment, everything. I'm in this space. And here we go. That's self-care. That's me. That's you taking care of you. I need to see what's happening, what's going on around here. If I'm going to be sitting in here, I don't even want to go to nobody's house. The energy is off in somebody's house and they want me to visit them. I don't want to be there. How many times have you went somewhere and you just feel off? Like you could feel this heaviness. Like, I don't want to be in there. I got my own issues. I don't need to go in no place like that. I don't care how great somebody do hair. I don't care what they do. That's not my stylist. Absolutely not. So again, this is all about self-care. We go off into these different areas, but guess what? It all lands back to self-care. You taking care of yourself. Thank you for joining us for this video. Thank you for just listening. If anything that I've said or shared, you want to share it with somebody else and just let them hear what's going on this channel, please do so. I thank you for joining us. Please remember that self-care is most certainly the best care. This is the Bajo channel, home of self-care, wellness, beauty. And again, later.